In today's video, we're gonna be looking at some of my best setups of course, the racing sim. Let's get into it. As you know, today we're gonna be rating my old setups. They're gonna be pretty weird. Some of them are not gonna be as good as the others, and I'll downgrade and upgrade. You'll see. For every setup, I'll talk about it, how it was, if it was good, should I recommend it, stuff like that. So here I have my first racing sim setups, which wasn't really a racing sim setup. It was basically just a keyboard, mouse, and that was it. On that keyboard, I was playing Forza Horizon 4, I think. I did have a controller already, but the controller didn't work because it was a PlayStation controller and Xbox doesn't like PlayStation and stuff like that. It didn't work, so I had to use a keyboard, and doing anything was pretty bad, but it was still pretty fun. So yeah, the monitor that I was using was the same monitor that I'm using right now. It's a 75Hz 1080p monitor. It's pretty decent IPS, but now you can get 120Hz, 240Hz for like $100. Maybe not 240, but they're pretty cheap monitors right now. At the time, they were pretty expensive, so it was the best that I can get. Are you building your new PC building project and you want to do it on a budget? You don't want to see that watermark in the corner, so go to Windows Pro Keys, get yourself a key for around $16. It's actually super simple. You just click buy, get your email, and it sends you the code on your email. And then just pop it in and it works. It's actually so simple. So go into the link in the description, get it. It's pretty good for your next project, next racing sim, next whatever. So here was the first time that I played with the controller. This was again Forza Horizon 4, and this was the controller. It's a RGB controller. I don't know. It did support Forza Horizon 4, which is really cool because Forza Horizon 4 is, I think, mainly controller, because on the racing wheel it's a lot like weird. The force feedback isn't the best, but with the controller it was pretty fun. You can drift, you can do whatever you want. Now I know now Forza Horizon 6 is out. I cannot play it because I have a RX 570 and it doesn't support it. I'd really like to play that game. But yeah, PC that I was using, this is basically the exact same PC I have now. Just a little RGB upgrade, but the same keyboard. The only thing we upgraded was the controller. The same monitor, just upside down. Forza Horizon 4 has pretty decent graphics. It was pretty fun. So here we have my first real racing sim. I had a Logitech G920 mounted on wooden frame. This was my most popular video. It's still my most popular video till now. Basically, when I got it, one of the clamps was broken on it, so I couldn't use it on the desk. So this was the same day that I bought the wheel. I built this setup. It was really fun when I played it, but it has some problems I'll talk about in just a little bit. So yeah, if you wanna check out this video, it should be in the corner somewhere. It's my most popular video. It's pretty old one. It's almost been a year since I made this video, but I have a 1080p screen with 60Hz, of course, and I was playing Assetto Corsa, and it did work pretty great. I had to move the PC every single time I wanna play on my racing sim. I have to move the PC every single time, and it's pretty annoying. I had a Logitech G920 and the pedals. I didn't have the shifter yet, but I did have the basic setup. The Logitech G920 I got for $150, which is a really good deal. I think still now you can get it for around 200. I got a really good deal on it. So yeah, this was basically the exact same setup, but I upgraded the shifter. So this was from another one of my videos. I upgraded the shifter. That was basically the only upgrade. I built the stand out of wood and it works pretty great. I did downgrade from this. You'll see in just a little bit. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, I downgraded from this. This was the setup. It's a bit better view from here, I guess. I have a pretty like go-kart style chair, I guess you can say. I didn't have like a rest behind my back, so for like an hour it was pretty like fun, and then your back starts to hurt. It's not the best experience. It was still pretty fun. And of course the Logitech keyboard. Oh my god, I forgot to rate them. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so the first setup was of course D tier, maybe F. Let's move down to F. It's not good. I mean, you can have a worse PC, but the worst racing sim setup that I ever had. Moving on to this one. This one is, I'd say, a solid, actually like a C or B. I'll do B for now. Forza Horizon 4 on a controller was pretty fun. This one is going to A. It's the most popular video that I have, and it was pretty fun, and it was the first time that I tried the wheel, and it was great. So the shifter would go probably to the same tier. This is no the best setup that I have. This was really fun. All of this was really fun. This was let's move this guy down. I think this one is good in C. So yeah, this is my rating now. I had to change it up a bit, but yeah, this was my rating. Let's move on to the next one. So this was my triple monitor setup. This setup was so big. This entire part of my room was covered in. I have to build it like, as you can see here, here's that wall, and then this wall. It was so big. All of the monitors on this side and on this side were pretty small. They did work. The window of the car is here. It should be like up there. You could feel it a little bit better. I quickly realized that it was not a great solution to the problem. The other thing that I added to the setup was the handbrake, and this was really fun. I added it. I made a full video when I upgraded it. You can watch it, of course. And I had inverted pedals. Those were really fun. The only problem with those were it was way down the bottom. Like it was way too small. It was not good. I did upgrade it eventually, and you'll see all of that when we get there. Of course, I had the shifter, the wheel, all the same mouse, the same PC, the same TV, and all of these were 60 Hz 1080p. So this one I'm gonna put in B tier. It took a lot of space, but it was pretty fun. I had it for maybe 3 days just to basically make a video on it. This was one of my also popular videos. I have inverted pedals right now. In this video I had them a bit higher. It was basically the exact same thing, but the only thing I had upgraded here, I removed the triple monitors. They were so annoying, and I made the setup a bit higher. That made it so the pedals feel a lot better. I sit a lot higher, and overall it was the best setup that I had. And I had the shifter, the wheel, the handbrake. It was really fun. So this from my setups was S tier. This was the best one that I had, I think. Before we go to our last couple of setups, make sure to subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, right now you can become a member of my channel. And you get a lot of really nice things like seeing my uploads faster and a lot of cool emojis and stuff like that. Let's get back into it. Next one, I removed the setup and I made a desk setup. I needed a little bit more space. I burned the old cockpit down. The only problem with this one was I didn't have the clamps for it. They broke when I got the wheel. The only fix for that was to 3D print them. I have a 3D printer. If you saw the video a couple years ago, I made a video about my 3D printer. But yeah, we'll skip that. But now when I have the clamps, I can clamp it down to a desk, and that was pretty fun, but the setup was pretty annoying. I think it was even more annoying than just moving the PC. It didn't take a lot of space though. That's pretty fun still. So this one I'm gonna put in B tier. It was not the greatest, but it was still pretty fun. Then we have the new cockpit, and this cockpit was just so bad. It's the same one that I have right now, and it's basically from all of the worst wood that I had laying around. It basically barely works. It still barely works. It's a bit smaller. As you can see here, it's a bit narrower. A lot smaller monitor, but it was still pretty fun. It was holding up by some clamps. The monitor was holding up by some clamps. All of the other things were pretty the same. The wheel was the same. The handbrake was the same. The PC was the same. It was basically the exact same setup with a different monitor and a different cockpit. So it was basically the exact same thing, but a different setup. And this one's gonna go into B. It was not the greatest. Then the last one, we have my VR setup. This was pretty, I'd say it was not that bad. It was pretty bad. The VR performance with my PC is not great. I tried to play Assetto Corsa and I think one other game, and it didn't work. I mean, it did work, but it was super laggy. All of the other things worked, but playing on 30 FPS a driving game in VR is, your head hurts in about 10 minutes. But if you have a beefy PC, nice setup, it could be really fun. And then our last setup, which is of course the VR setup, is, I don't know, I think I'm gonna just put it in B probably. Let's have a look at this tier list. First of all, no setup, pretty much no setup, not that good. Then we have the controller. Controller is pretty fun, But then we move on to the wheel. The wheel, these are the upgrades. This is the stock one that I had. This is of course our triple monitor setup. It was way too big and not really that good. Then I have the desk setup, another setup that wasn't really like the build of the cockpit isn't that good. And then we have our VR setup, which is okay, I guess. Then we have the OG setup, basically the OG setup with H shifter, and this one was super fun. And then I upgraded it with the handbrake, and that is our S tier. I don't have anything better than that. So yeah, this was it for the video. Make sure to subscribe and watch this video that's on the screen now.